She's not crashing out anymore, according to Aliyah.
Look at this arm. Come on. Okay, you hit me there. Stop. Now the hand turns and the extra look.
Hello guys, welcome back to TFD with another banger. And yeah, this one is interesting. I almost did a video on this the other day when it first happened, but now that more has come out, we've got to talk about it. I'm talking about the altercation between Brittney Griner and Aliyah-Boston. Now, I've got some theories. And look, I know this happened in a rivalry setting. Emotions are high, things get physical in this league. I get all of that. But the shoe fits because they play in the same WNBA ecosystem. A lot of players, whether they admit it or not, have built up animosity toward anything connected to the Indiana Fever right now. And why is that? Because the Fever represent opportunity, visibility, money, attention. And not everyone has access to that. In a case like Brittney Griner, I think there's some bitterness involved. Let's be real. Aliyah-Boston is a young star, a dominant big, and she's on a team that's going to make her a lot of money over the next 10 years, more than many veterans ever had the chance to earn. That stings, especially when you see someone thriving in a system that's suddenly exploding in popularity. And a big part of that popularity is Caitlin Clark. We've literally watched how being on the same team as Caitlin changes lives. Players like Sophie Cunningham, role players, rotation players, they start getting sponsorships, endorsements, brand deals just from being in that orbit. The Indiana Fever, from a popularity standpoint, are the closest thing the WNBA has ever had to America's team. They bring in casual sports fans, NBA fans, college fans, people who didn't even watch the WNBA before. And in turn, those fans start watching everyone on the court. Now, fast forward to the other night. That altercation with Brittney Griner, it got ugly, real ugly. But what really pushed me to make this video is what came after. Brittney Griner came out and made comments. And listen, they weren't subtle. They were nasty. She didn't even try to hide the fact that she doesn't like Aliyah-Boston. And to me, that's not just about one play or one moment. That's a bigger indictment of the tension in this league right now, between the old guard and the new wave, between players who had to fight for scraps and players walking into spotlight, money, and momentum. And that friction? Yeah, it's boiling over. So this is what went down the other night. Let's roll the clip and really look at it. Aliyah-Boston's already on the floor, bodies everywhere, and then here comes Brittney Griner. Watch it closely. She reaches in and bang, catches Aliyah right in the face with that open palm, half-closed swipe. That's not a basketball play. That's frustration spilling over. Now, I'm going to be honest. I wish Aliyah-Boston was a little more aggressive in moments like that. Not dirty, not reckless, just stronger about setting the tone. Because at some point, these Indiana Fever players are going to have to start protecting themselves on the court. And I hate even saying that, because I don't condone fighting or cheap shots. But you also can't let teams feel comfortable taking liberties with you. We all saw that play. It was dirty, and that's why a lot of people called Brittney Griner out for it. And in this case, they had every reason to. All right, so let's come over here. This got posted on Threads. And I mean, who really goes to Threads? It said, Brittney Griner is a dirty player who's jealous of Aliyah-Boston. Ooh, that didn't sit well. That did not sit well with Brittney Griner, who actually replied to a fan. You're so butthurt that you answered a fan back on this? Why would I be jealous of someone when I've played against legends and GOATs? She ain't got anything I want or ever will want. Well, let's be real. She's about to have way more money than you. That much I know for sure. And I'm going to be very interested to see what Aliyah-Boston's scoring totals look like by the end of her career, because she's playing with Caitlin Clark feeding her the rock every night. I mean, it's unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. You don't get that kind of setup very often. When you've got a generational passer running the offense and a dominant big on the block, That's basketball heaven. And, of course, you make a comment like that over on Threads because you already know what's waiting for you over there. That app is packed with people who've got Brittney Griner's back. Brave, stunning, and courageous, right? I've always said Brittney Griner is the agenda trifecta. She checks every box, all of them. If there's a box that can be checked for the sake of the agenda, Brittney Griner dominates it. Here said she's a literal fucking man. Men shouldn't be allowed to play women's sports. Here said she is getting close to retirement because she can't physically keep up speed-wise with all these young guns and the change in the style of play for the WNBA that is going towards a more modern style, and the only thing she has left is physicality. Here, Michael said, yeah, the league will be much better without this old guard play, aka lack of skill. Once the Griner and Alyssa Thomases of the league are retired, I think it will be much better. Yeah, man, Alyssa Thomas also very bad physical player. Yesterday, she broke Cameron Brink's nose and also almost injured the Paige Beckers. Stop this nonsense. No, only you and that delusional and demented fan base hate Griner and AT. Alyssa is not likable, and she's a bully. So what? You get that in every league, in every sport. Do you cry about everything? Griner is a man and should not even be playing in women's basketball. Oh my God. I cannot stand that dude. Griner is jealous of most all of the younger stars. She has always been jealous of Aliyah Boston the most since AB plays same position and is the better and younger play, which is not AB's fault. Video of Griner attacking Caitlin Clark and Rickea Jackson in non-basketball plays? These is lots of reaction.
And look, it's not even about hating. It's about being honest. Brittney Griner's game right now, it's ugly. We watched it last year. She's hanging on by a thread. She gets on Threads talking tough, but on the court, she's just barely hanging in there. Slow, sluggish, dinosaur-like, sloth-like out there. And when it gets to that point, you start to notice something. A lot of these players don't really have much to their game anymore except physicality. That's it. They rebound, they score, sure, but how? By bullying people, by throwing their weight around and beating the crap out of players on the floor. That's not skill. That's not basketball artistry. That's not being smooth. See, I grew up watching real basketball players. What we're seeing now with some of these vets is the opposite. The skill fades, and all that's left is force. And the jealousy around the Indiana Fever, that needs to be studied. Seriously. Players like Brittney Griner want to get paid off the back of Caitlin Clark's popularity, but they don't want to play nice. They can't get past their own pettiness, their own envy. You can't build the league while tearing down the stars, bringing the fans in. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.